straight into the topic. The topic of this video is the deception of Auston Holleman Ty girlfriend. Now, as you guys that already know who's either subscribed to Auston or know who Auston Holleman is, we're talking about the infamous Kate, his Ty girlfriend that started off as his tour guide. So let's get into it. Okay, you got this young, at the time, 23-year-old African-American guy who got famous on TikTok and YouTube or whatever for telling guys to get their passport and talking about the women in America, their pH balance is off and they won't even cook a big pot of spaghetti. And they're allergic to even touching a broom to sweep the floor or whatever. And he had a cult following for a minute. Then you had this situation that happened in Brazil where to the point he had to leave by choice, but not forced, word on the street is. So as he leaves Brazil, his original plan was to go to the Philippines, but he decided to go to Thailand instead or whatever. So he arrives in Bangkok, Thailand, and when he gets there, he doesn't know anyone. So to network and to get his pregame on, he gets on Bumble. And as he gets on Bumble, he meets this young Thai American woman by the name of Kate or whatever. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something. I've seen her on Bumble before. We even matched before Auston even went to Thailand. She's matched with a whole lot of African American men, which is a red flag. But I didn't realize it was her until I met her in person and we went to Cotton Island that time. Now she was on the beach and I recognized a tattoo on her butt cheek and I was like, wait a minute. I knew Shorty looked familiar, but that's another story. But I digress. So, as you guys already know, he did the video. He was sitting at the dinner table with her. She was pushing him upside the head, and that kind of went semi-viral, whatever. But he was telling everybody, nah, we don't have any type of relationship. She's just my tour guide. I knew damn well she was more than a damn tour guide, and I didn't even know Auston at the time. So, long story short, she goes to Phuket. She goes to Phuket, Thailand or whatever, and he stays in Bangkok. A week later, I meet Auston. By coincidence, I don't even think he was in Thailand 2 weeks. And I just so happened to run across him on Soy 11. And that's the night we connected and we vibed. And we've been mostly keeping in touch ever since then. That's like my little brother. But I digress. So, fast forward, I finally get to meet him and Kate in person or whatever. I met them at Flex. I was at 808 having a decent time or whatever. And every time on the weekends, whenever I go to 808, I like to go down to Flex or whatever. Because 808 closed hell around 2, 3 a.m. and Flex is still open or whatever. So I went to Flex and I see this blonde-headed Thai woman with the chubby cheeks looking familiar. I'm like, where do I know Shorty from? Then I see Auston Holleman sitting next to her. I'm like, oh damn, he here? I didn't know he was coming to Pattaya. I think he sent me a message he would be there, but I forgot to reply whatever because I had a lot going on. And this was the first time I met her in person. That first night, I seen so many red flags. She was twerking on the pole and whatever. Y'all saw the shorts. I was there that night. She was twerking. I was like, damn, Auston, you sure this just your tour guide? That's when he let it be known. I think they had made her official at this point. Now, it didn't cross my mind she was a freelancer because I'm still new to Thai culture. Plus, she has been spending time in America. So I figure, why would she be a freelancer if she got a pops living in San Francisco who was making good money? And I assume he was the one sending her money. But we gonna get into how she was getting her money. And this is not a video. This is not a video to bash her. So she was twerking or whatever like a hood rat Asian woman from East Oakland. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you really could have stayed in the States for that. But you in Florida, y'all be quick to holler. In the States, all you can get is. But that's another story. I ain't gonna throw you guys under the bus. So he hits me up the next day and asked me did I want to kick it. And that's when they came over and got the video footage of my condo, the condo I was staying in, living in at the time. Y'all seen that video. Then we set up plans, me and the raggedy chick that I was with, that everybody think broke my heart. If they think that Scarecrow, Durangutan looking shorty broke my heart, they mustn't see what I could really get when I was over there. So anyway, we set up plans for Valentine's to do like a double date to meet on Cotton Island or whatever. And he got content of that. Long story short, they was vibing so well and the chemistry was so strong. Marlo, don't start there, leave that shit alone. They was vibing so well on Cotton Island or whatever, like a real, it looked so real. It was real. So I thought to myself, well, maybe she just dressed like a slut or a thought or whatever, but she's really not a full-time thought or a freelance or a pro, is what I thought. And when me and Auston got along, I asked her, I said, so what is it she does for a living? Because remind you guys, Auston didn't have a lot of money at this time. He'll tell you that. She was paying for everything. When they was together, I didn't hardly see him pay for anything. And if you guys know anything about a lot of the freelancers in Thailand, man, you're gonna be paying most of the time for dinner, dates, drinks, and everything. maybe if she like you, yeah, a lot of times if she like you or whatever, and you that green is your first time there, you don't know this what she does, and she'll break bread with you. She'll be spending the last American guy money on you or with you, where that seemed to have been the case in this situation. So she took a liking to Auston or whatever, and they had little small arguments, nothing major or whatever, just girlfriend boyfriend type shit. Well, I started really seeing her true colors once we left Scotland Island or whatever, and we went back to Pattaya. We was at the Starbucks, and it was a beautiful Russian woman just sitting out on the outside on the patio. Kate confronted him, and I realized why she did it, because she was insecure. Because the whole time, she had a lot going on. She had guys sending her money from overseas. She had sugar daddies, black African-American sugar daddies. That's how she was making her living. That's how she was surviving the whole time she was with Auston. Because if you're going to date a freelancer over there, and you ain't providing her no money, she still gonna have to go out and do what she gotta do and get it how she live to bring back the bacon. So, but that wasn't the case in this situation, because she had some suckers on standby. Unfortunately, you got a lot of these dudes that's living abroad and they fall in love with the peace leave like some man, and they get to sending these women a lump sum of money. Now, a lot of you guys was like, travel time with Paul, why you taking up for Auston? You know there was a freelancer he was with. I really didn't know. I found out later as time went on. Hell, I thought he knew once I found out. He really didn't know. Now, I guess y'all, a lot of guys' excuse would probably be, damn, was Auston Holleman shelter or something? Or is it his age, or was he that green? Well, I'm here to tell y'all guys, she was very convincing. She had us all fooled. Cause I remember when we was at Cajun Life Cafe, Auston asked her, so what you do for a living? You sure you ain't a freelancer? She bust out and started crying. Why would you say that? No, I'm not a freelancer. Now, I had no idea the girl that Floyd went viral with, Kate Friend, the one that said, I cook and I clean. She's a full-time freelancer. So I started thinking, well, that don't make sense. Birds of a feather flock together. Why, if she not a freelancer, why are her friends freelancers, but she's not? Nah, something ain't adding up with that. But she was very convincing though, because I've never seen no freelancer in Thailand stay around a guy that long if he don't have her on a salary or if he's not taking care of her. So I was like, well, maybe she's not one, And Auston kept trying to get her to stop dressing like a slut. But he later found out why she went. She was advertising. Once he left and went to the Philippines, she was going to get back out there and make that money, get it how she been getting it, the hook away. So I hang out with them until it was time for Auston to get on his plane to go to the Philippines. She cried or whatever, and she was all up under him. But I did notice something. There was this guy from New York. He opened up he had a food truck. It's called Brooklyn Bites over there. They invited all the black YouTubers, every YouTuber that was in Thailand at the time, to this meeting. So a lot of us showed up. And I noticed every time a black guy walked by, they gonna recognize Auston Holleman, so they gonna come over and speak. Whenever they would walk off, you know what Kate would say? He tried to talk to me. He stuck his tongue out at me. He winked at me. Man, Auston was ready to get together and beat their asses, cause that's the little homie. I'm glad I went that damn foolish though. Ooh, I'm glad I went that stupid. Cause there's one guy in particular. He tall, dark brown skin, young, dreadlocks. Y'all probably seen him a few times in Tricky Mac videos. He been trying to get at her for the longest behind Auston back. I remember one time we was at the Marju bar. Auston was doing a live with BMT upstairs. You had this dude with a cartoon character voice. I bullshit you not, he didn't know me and Auston was cool at the time. He walked up to Kate. Hey, how you doing? I'm a big time YouTuber. I'm about to get ready to go to Dubai. You want to go with me? We can blow out together. I can show you more love than Auston Holleman. Well, I didn't know what they was talking about. I saw him talking to her, but I ain't think nothing of it. Cause what the hell I look like going over there? Hey, this Auston Holleman girlfriend, you need to step back. That I would have looked at goofy as hell. Well, I didn't ask her what they talk about because it was my business. She wasn't my old lady. That was Auston. But she didn't say nothing to Auston about it at the time. I don't think. It wasn't until the night we went to Brooklyn Bites grand opening or whatever, it seemed like every single black guy we saw, she had a problem with him. He looked at me, he did this. Well, come to find out, she must have enjoyed that shit, and she had some history with him before it seemed. Cause there was one guy, y'all probably seen him before. He tall, he got the blonde spots in the top of his head or whatever. She claimed he was bragging about how he was a millionaire, how he could do this, how he could change her life. And she was dissing him. The whole time she was feeling him with her fake ass. No offense, Kate. But anyway, back to the story. So I'm walking Auston Holleman and his girl back to their condo, the base at the time. They were staying at the base. Pattaya so small, we ended up running across the squeaky voice YouTuber. the big time YouTuber. It turns out he only had 500 subscribers, but he's a big time YouTuber. And he was following us like a creep. It's nighttime. Man, we felt like the Black Jeffrey Dahmer was around us. So Auston said, let's pull over to the side. We pull over to let him by. This fool didn't even walk by. He stopped and Kate started shivering like it was 20 below in Chicago with the wind blowing at the same time. So he introduced himself to Auston and everything, and he had that squeaky voice, and then they departed. That's when Kate was like, that's the guy, Auston. That's the guy that say he's a big time YouTuber and he could fly us out to, he could fly me out to Dubai and all that. We just laughed it off. Well, let's go back to Gotland Island. Maybe don't, I noticed when Kate was dressed up, like, you know, she had off the thongs up her booty and all that to go swimming and shit when we was on the beach. It was a gang of Indian guys kept coming over there, kept trying to take pictures with her. And I kept thinking, like, who would do that with a normal woman? Maybe they know something our green asses don't know. We green as Kentucky grass. So one of the Indian guys whispered up in her ear, go with me now, leave them. I'll pay you $10,000, 10,000 US dollars. I said, damn. Well, fast forward, I understand why they said that now. They saw her for what she really was. So Auston get ready to go out to the Philippines or whatever. He flies out to the Philippines. We keep in touch. Him and Kate kept in touch for 3 days. All of a sudden, she just stopped messaging him, stopped answering his calls or whatever. I thought that was odd, but Auston got that mentality where he don't have no folks to give. So he went to the Philippines, and Lackaversity, aka Travelversity video comes on. Who do we see in the video? At Club Sugar in Bangkok on So 11. The infamous Kate. I'm like, damn, that's weird, but he only showed her for a few seconds. Then it really got odd when she went to Pattaya and she actually she stayed the night at the condo. And I was like, damn, that's supposed to be Auston homeboy. Why the hell she be all in the video with him? And I guess that wouldn't be a problem, but the problem would be is, why the hell she staying at their place? Hell, hotel, cheap as hell on Beach Road. But we gonna talk about why she was staying at their place. Now we know it all makes sense. So, fast forward, Auston go to the Philippines, and I asked him, what do he think about her being in a Travelversity video?
Okay, we partying tonight. We got two beauties in the house. Y'all look nice, y'all. Where y'all think y'all going? Where do y'all think y'all going? Alright, so Kate's staying with us for a few days. So we're gonna show her a good time. So I wasn't trying to drink tonight.
He said, man, I don't give a fuck, but do you think they did anything? I said, it's a possibility they probably did, because I mean, his girl, she goes both ways, like out 40 or whatever. So I ain't no telling, they probably had a threesome with her, who knows? Well, that's